Welcome. We're talking about the Hilo Guild of Games and Toys for You Game Day event in Hilo, Hawaii. This is the finals matchup between Alex Aka-Ahia and Christopher Vizone.
Yep. This is the Sunday matchup.
Yeah, we had two game days. So this is our second game day. This is the finals on Sunday. And it seems to be a Jund deck that Aka is playing versus Chris Vizone fielding sort of a banned human aggro deck.
Yeah.
The names in standard for decks are not...
They're not very good.
Yet. I mean, it's like junk control, junk
junk.
Like, come on.
Which is interesting because apparently the top tier deck seems to be 4-color reanimator or just reanimator decks.
Yeah, even decks that are running other strategies are throwing some reanimator in there now just because they can splash the colors.
Right. Well, Angel of Serenity.
Yeah, that
like
and Griezelbrand are amazing targets for
yeah,
sort of things.
pretty much. Anyway, I think Aka is going to mull a 6 on this one. I think he didn't have any lands.
This is game one still, so the quick mulligan 6.
Which is always, I think...
Safe.
Yeah, safe.
Although I've seen some pretty bad mulligans recently, and I've seen people mull to 5 or even 4 here and there just trying to draw any lands.
Yeah, it's very true.
Aka's still pretty lucky, so...
Yeah, I think this game he got pretty lucky. At least with his drawing up his land and everything. But again, John has some pretty good cards too.
It's really a matter of just putting a lot of the best card advantage cards in those 3 colors together.
Yeah.
And just smashing face. A lot of removal, a lot of creatures that give more than one creature or just extra stuff when they die.
Right.
Not a lot of other decks can keep up with that or have that much, or just that many answers.
Right, definitely.
Okay. So, a fast start here by Chris Vizone. He's playing an Elite Inquisitor, trying to get by on the pro vampires and zombies here. It's one of the major strategies that's kind of pushed zombies out of standard here in our environment.
Right. Especially because there's a lot of graveyard removal too. What is this Farseek? It's just one of the cards that we're talking about that does help them with their mana, especially because it's 3 color.
So. Absolutely vital too, since Return to Ravnica reprinted the Shocklands.
Oh yeah. As soon as I came out, you're like, yep, Shocklands, here it comes.
Yeah.
He went ahead and got the other 2 colors of his deck.
Yep.
Very
reminiscent, actually, of the original Ravnica, which Farseek was originally printed from, too.
Right.
So.
Very necessary.
Absolutely.
So he
swings for 2 with the Elite Inquisitor.
Which is a good tech, I think.
Yeah, gets that poke in, might as well.
2 for 2, 2 for strike vigilance. Yeah, it's pretty good.
You have to keep the pressure on the Jund deck, because the Jund deck will recover on life, will recover on creatures.
Off the top.
For 2, off the top.
That card, that's definitely one of the best cards in standard.
There's a reason it's still holding above the $40 price mark.
Yeah.
It is game changing.
Definitely, as you see here.
Yeah, even this early in the game, things have changed.
Yeah, plus it hits the player on top of that, which is really good. Just 1 on turn 4, which is not the best.
Not the best, but still cleared his board and did 2. Better than keeping it in hand.
Right. Well,
I think I can see another one in his hand too, so he actually has 2 bonfires already.
Yeah.
Here comes Huntsmaster.
Huntsmaster, yeah. Another good card, solid card, still seeing play after remember the old Keswick run decks.
Yeah, but this is probably the best card in Dark Ascension. There's been nothing else as dominant,
the Aristocrat.
as useful. Yeah, the Aristocrat is high up there too, as is Soren Markov.
But yeah, definitely, at least the most play out of any card,
and
definitely.
Having to fear it too by not casting spells or casting too many later.
Yeah.
It's quite card advantage.
Plus the gain life is really good against a lot of fast decks.
Yeah, the Jund mid-range sort of strategy needs it. Okay, Elite Inquisitor.
Put a Connor.
Gets his champion.
See, this I thought was interesting that he swung, because I wouldn't have swung.
This is a strange attack, you're right, because he's got a wolf token right there, so Aka, I guess, is suspecting he's baiting into some sort of pump spell, which is odd for standards.
Well, especially what color is one?
Right, he has no green open to charm, and now instead Aka decides not to take the bait.
Probably because the bonfire in his hand.
Yeah, which is probably what we'll see him do here next.
Right.
Unless he draws another bonfire.
No. That's very true. No. It's still pretty good though. Pillar Flame, actually that's one of the best answers for Huntsman, which I think. Yeah, Bonfire's 2 here, wipes the board and takes him down.
Both his creatures again.
Takes him to 16, yeah.
I'm surprised here Chris Vizone did not actually exile his token, or sorry, his first Elite Inquisitor to get a Spirit token last turn. To get an extra 1 flying damage in.
Right, well,
because,
probably for the best.
Didn't matter in the end here with the Bonfire, but it seems like that might have been an important strategy if he was trying to push damage through. But now that there's 2 bonfires through,
Here's the Tension Sphere.
Okay.
Better O-ring.
Absolutely.
Like you were saying earlier, that it's not, well, previously, it doesn't really hit for usually more than one.
Right.
But it's still a good card on top of
Yeah,
that.
if it can hit for more, as you said, it's an O-ring that does more work.
Right.
It's
Especially against
definitely a
tokens.
staple in blue-white, especially against tokens, especially against Entreat the Angel, seeing a lot of
Yeah.
play here and there. Very, very vital. I mean, this is our second game day, and actually odd because our first game day was dominated mostly by green-white aggro decks
this one
and
was
mid-range, and this
everything.
one was pretty much a lot of variation, but like 3 or 4 strong Jund decks.
Yeah,
So-
I did play all of them.
I played a couple mirror matches here, and I'm sure Akka did as well.
Yeah.
But honestly, which is kind of sad, Detention Sphere is actually really good against green-white mid-range decks, but
But not
really
so good
bad
against
against
Jund.
Jund.
It's a 1-for-1 instead of a multiple.
Yeah, 2 for 1 against the controls or the multiple token decks, or I mean,
That key rune actually sees a lot of plays
key
here.
rune is the best key rune.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, Chris Vazone counts his land and passes the turn.
I think
oh.
at this point he's looking for green.
Oh, you're right. He's only got blue-white sources. That's 2 Hollowed Fountains
Yeah.
and 2 Glacial Fortresses. Yeah. All right. Well,
Akka separating to.
play a second Huntsmaster. Looks like.
No, I think he's just gonna attack. He actually
activates the
doesn't want to
key.
show too much information at
Right.
this
Well, I
point.
mean, what if he gets a board wipe, a Serene Verdict, or something?
Right.
He needs to protect. Okay, blocks the key rune, takes 2 damage, and he's hurting already. 8 life. He's kind of low. He's in the red zone.
I find interesting thing that he doesn't use the Kessig at this point to get an additional damage in.
I think that's the case because he's holding burn in his hand, or is that all sorcery
Maybe.
burn?
No,
he has a Searing Spear,
has a
right?
Searing
He
Spear.
wants to end of turn shoot if he can,
If need be.
and leave that mana open to scare
But
his opponent.
he-
Unfortunately, Vizzy just whiffed again, so
That's not good.
no, it's gonna be a quick game at this rate. Akka doesn't even
Another
need to
5 coming, so
Yeah.
block.
blocked out. Yep. Akka doesn't even need to show more cards out of his hand.
Yeah.
He's just going to
Just gonna wait at that point.
re-demonstrating.
Oh, here we go.
Now he's Kessig Wolf running. Okay. He pumps through for 1, so
Taking
was that
him-
4 trample,
Taking
3
him-
trample, and 2. So
taking him to
5
2.
total, Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
is-
total or 6 total?
It does
Maybe
not
6
look
total.
good for our hero here.
No. Our president of the club here drops a card off the floor.
And which is Tyrtos.
and plays
Another
his
great card.
Thragtusk.
I mean, one of the best
this
creatures
is
in
one of the
Standard.
things that can save you. Unfortunately, this is one of the worst situations for Tyragtusk because that's a first striking key rune.
Yeah, first striking 3-1 hero. Just one of the best answers against Thragtusk, actually. That's probably why it's so good.
One of the better, yeah.
Yeah, because if
Hard to
you
remove.
kill Thragtusk, you still have 3-3 with like a burn spell per se.
Yeah.
And it's when it leaves graveyard rather than not when it goes into graveyard, but when it leaves play, which is very vital. Because then, what's that? Annihilating Fire doesn't work against it.
Right.
You might as well